viewers, it's Cynthia Michael from Screen Review, bringing my 594 podcast. This is my 594 podcast. Like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly, in case you don't understand me. Also, I try to do my best not to breathe too hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change your adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change your adult language. If you're under 18, so if you're over 18, that means you better watch this audio podcast recording. So anyway, with this everything out the way, let's get into the topic of this podcast. So basically, over the holiday weekend, I was able to watch the Best Man Final Chapter series. I gotta say, it was okay. They did talk about issues and whatnot, but it was okay. But I felt like, just like the movies, there's still some flaws to it. So basically, I was hoping for, after watching this 8-part miniseries, I gotta say, it was good. It was good in certain ways, but I was expecting, I hope that for 8 episodes, I thought the whole miniseries was gonna revolve around Quentin, about Quentin getting married and whatnot. So basically, I thought that the whole part of this miniseries was revolved around Quentin getting married, and everybody, seeing how everybody's doing before Quentin's big day. So basically, I felt like they should have done that. Had the miniseries focus on everybody, hopping again, getting themselves ready, to Quentin's wedding, and the drama that they're going through up to that big day on Quentin's, up to Quentin's big wedding day and whatnot. So basically, that's what I thought. I watched The Best Man, I watched The Best Man on over a dozen times. I feel like, there's still a lot of flawed logic in this. I feel like this series does have a lot of flaws into this, into The Best Man. So basically, honestly, I feel like Harper and Robin should never got together, at the end of that movie, no. At the end of the first movie, I felt like Harper and Robin should not, been together after that movie. After Harper tried to sleep with Jordan, no. That's one thing right there. The other thing is, it's Lance. Yes, Lance was just, Yes, Lance was justified, being mad at Harper, yes, Lance was justified being mad at Harper after he finds out from his first book that he slept with his bride, Mia, back in college. But if you guys pay attention to the first movie, the reason why Mia slept with Harper because Lance cheated on her. Lance cheated on Mia. So basically, therefore, Mia would not have, Mia went to Harper's place. With the Harper's place, Harper was comforting her, but he didn't want to sleep with her, but Mia made her embarrassment and things picked up to this. So basically, what I'm trying to say is Lance's fault that if he had not cheated on Mia, Mia would have slept with Harper. Yes, Harper is a dumbass to mention that in his book, but honestly, it was Lance cheating on Mia that led to Mia sleeping with Harper in the first place. So basically, Lance never really owned up to that mistake from the first movie that, from the first movie that yes, yes, Hopper owned, Hopper owned his mistake. He didn't, he owned his mistake. He took responsibility, to his mistake and all. But at the same time, it was Lion's fault that that Mia slept with Hopper in the fucking first place. Now, the biggest F bomb for this whole miniseries is that Sylvie's daughter was actually Courtney's daughter. So basically, I felt like, what the hell is going on? So basically, Shelby, who is Merch's ex girlfriend, kept her door, did not tell Quentin about her daughter being his. So basically, once Shelby finally told Quentin that actually you're the father, he did not flip out of anything. So basically, there was no conflict over that situation. So basically, honestly, honestly, I feel like Quentin should have flipped out on Shelby. Like, wait a minute, all your time, your daughter is, you kept the secret from me that your daughter is, that I'm the father of your daughter all this time for me. So basically, I would like to see that reaction from Quentin, but we never got this in the series. So basically, everything else, everything else, like Lance did with it, there were good parts in this series, like Lance, struggling to deal with his non-binary child, who is his son, who is non-binary, genderless or whatever. I believe it's non-binary, or I just say genderless, or genderless and whatnot, dealing with, his son not being non-binary, he doesn't see himself as a man or a woman and whatnot. That situation right there, they could, that was good. Well, everything else felt like, I felt like this series should have been focused around, around events leading up to Quentin's wedding, we followed everybody, what they're doing, doing up to the event. Do what they did, what they've been doing, what they've been doing, and lead up to Quentin's wedding. So basically, that's what I think this series should have done. But otherwise, this series was good. It did talk about some serious issues that's going on in the world today and whatnot. So basically, it was good, but I feel like it could have been better. So anyway, what do you guys think about this? About about the Best Man Fighting Chapter series? Good or bad, or just okay, or just nah? Please let me know with the comments below. Anyway, signing off. 1,